Hey, what's up guys? Shakes Rampedi here. Another week of Playing the Field with Shakes. The Motsepe Foundation sponsors another division. Gavin to SuperSport United. And are Orlando Pirates ruining Radiopane's career? Let's talk about it. Let's go.
That's how it goes?
They keep asking about the best when they know it's me.
Okay.
Asking about the rest when they know it's me.
Straight in, I guess.
You know it's me.
So, a huge announcement was announced last week when Ivan Khoza gathered the whole media and the whole public in terms of having to make a major announcement. And that was the fact that Glad Africa Championships will not be, because Glad Africa have ended their partnership with the PSL. So, you're sort of wondering who is going to come in, because the league does need a sponsor. You know, people do need to get paid. And you look at the grants that go out to teams. Steps in Superman, as he's always been, Petrus Motsepe, the CAF president. Yes, it was him and Ivan Khoza sitting there. Lovely as it was to be able to see that picture. And he stepped in and he said his foundation, the Motsepe Foundation, will be sponsoring the championship, the NFD, being, so now the name of the league will be the Motsepe Foundation Championship. And I got to tell you, he came out straight and he said 5 years is the deal. 5 years. And already he's mentioned that the prize money will be able to go up and some regulations will change with regards to the rules of how many youngsters should be played. I think they're going to try and get to a place where a lot more youngsters are promoted within those teams. And I mean, I looked at the whole press conference and it was beautiful to see two brothers who've been in football for such a long time come out, stand together and be able to help one another as well. And when you look at Motsepe's impact, I mean, you have to state his impact with regards to South African football, and it's not stated enough. On screen, this is Motsepe's impact. He's got the K Motsepe League, which is for the youth, of course, is for the schools. The ABC Motsepe League, that's the division under the Motsepe Foundation Championship. And then it's the Motsepe Foundation Championship. That's the league just right under the DStv Premiership. And it's so great to see that even though he's a CAF president, even though he's supposed to be looking after the whole of Africa, he is still able to look after what is at home. And let's not forget, that is that football club in Pretoria as well, which is under his name. And one more thing that I must mention with that press conference, which was a good thing, was the fact that Ivan Khoza and as well as Danny Jordan were in the building. They were in the same room and they exchanged words. So despite the rumor has it that they were not in great place, they spoke about having to get together and having to get funding for South African football and to perhaps also work with the government as well. So just by seeing that, there's a little bit of hope that I have to have such powerful gentlemen in one room. And hey, it's another 4 years till the World Cup. Let's make this good and let's make it well. And I wish all three of them in all their sectors all the best. Let's go to Morocco now, where the African Women's Cup of Nations has taken place. And there's been already a number of teams that have played. Morocco has played, Tunisia has played, Togo has played, and our Banyana Banyana has played. And they started off with a win. They started off with the win, showing the quality side that they are. And when you watch Banyana play, they've just been able to improve. And you have to give Desiree Ellis her credit for having to have the team to play in such a manner. And just remember, they've played the favorites. I mean, also Banyana is one of the favorites to win the tournament, but to be able to beat the favorites already puts them in a very good space, because I don't think there will be as many that is as strong as Nigeria as well. So that kicks them off well, and I do believe they will be able to get a result against Burundi and as well as against Botswana. I think Burundi won't be so easy, but Banyana being one of the best sides in Africa, I can see them taking 9 points within their group. Rumor has it that SuperSport United are closer to finding their replacement for the new season in terms of who is going to be leading the team, in terms of a head coach. And it goes by the name of Gavin. Someone who was at the club before, someone who won 3 league titles in a row before. And I liked this link. When I saw this link, I liked it immediately. I was just like, this is it. This is the team for Gavin Hunt. I really felt this is the team for him. Because when you look at his 2 stints, Kaizer Chiefs, I felt he didn't have the window to bring in his own players. And I don't think he was given a chance. Chippa United, maybe even for him, it was a bit of a risk for him going down there, considering the fact that managers and coaches were going left, right, and center. But Chippa Mbengenzi said he was talking about giving him a chance, and eventually, when the results didn't go their way, he immediately parted ways with Gavin Hunt. And I look at SuperSport, a club that he's had success with, a club where he's been able to work with youngsters, which you just look at the fact that what he's been able to do with Dane Clate from when he was a youngster. And you look at the philosophy that SuperSport are going with now, which is brand new, being able to bleed in youth, having to bring in youngsters into the team. It just could work all over again. And just the way SuperSport United are, they do not just get rid of coaches in jail. They'll be able to give him a chance. They'll be able to probably have him see out the season through, especially considering if he does make top 8. So if Gavin Hunt is to go to SuperSport United, it's something that I would like because he will be given a proper chance. But let's see what will happen next. Let's talk about Orlando Pirates. Yes, they made the headlines once again. Not only is it there's a new coach, not only that, not only the fact that there were some players that left the club, there's even more players that are leaving the club, but they're leaving on loan, not necessarily permanent transfers. The first name being Kanyiso Zungu. I'm happy that he got this move to Richards Bay. I really am. I'm happy because he needs to play himself. You know, you saw even some of the posts that he's put out on social media waiting for his chance. Now he goes to a team that obviously they'll be needing to retain their status within the DSTV Premiership, and he will be a key player. I think when a player who hasn't played for so long, you forget what such a talent that he is. And I do think he must just go there, enjoy himself, put a smile on his face. And also for Richards Bay themselves, it's a huge signing concerning the player that he is, concerning just the magical performances he pulled out for Stellenbosch. And I do think that he'll be able to go there, and his familiar surroundings, it's KZN, he'll be able to pull out big performances there. Next, Bongani Sam. Yes, he is also going out on loan as well. He's going to KZN as well. He's going to Maritzburg United. I'm happy for him too. I think he needs this move. I think with the fact that Paseka Mako was having such a brilliant season before that injury to him, and then under him was Maela. So that left Bongani Sam being the third choice left back at Orlando Pirates, and he was not seeing game time, he was not seeing minutes. And when you see what's happening with Bafana Bafana, you look at the COSAFA Cup, they've given chances to sort of other players, where if you felt that if Bongani Sam got the minutes that was necessary, he would have been able to compete in this COSAFA Cup that is coming up. So I can't wait to see what John Maduka does with him, because John Maduka loves to play with players who are hungry, players who are young as well. And also, he was wanted by Benny McCarthy. I think people must not forget that. Benny McCarthy wanted him at Amazulu. So what he does at Maritzburg United will be very interesting. The last player that will be leaving Orlando Pirates on loan is Boitumelo Radiopane. So he'll be going to Cape Town Spurs. That's in the Motsepe Foundation Championship. And this caused an uproar on social media. There was a lot of, you would say, even Orlando Pirates fans, even just some football fans that were questioning, but why would Orlando Pirates loan out Radiopane, considering the season that he's had in the Diski Challenge? And it caused the question, is Orlando Pirates ruining his career? You know, why is he not being able to give him a chance? And I feel sorry for Radiopane as well, because he's proved that he's too good for Diski Challenge, judging by the number of goals that he scored. But now to fast track him straight into first team action, where a team who's already signed players, we're talking about Evanga has come in, we're talking about Mahopa has come in, we're talking about this Pepra still within that striking setup, and as well as Lepasa still, they were not sure what's going to happen to him. Now to fast track a teenager to sort of compete with those players, he would have to come in, and when he does get his chance, he has to hit the ground running. And you would have to ask, is that the type of pressure you want to put on a teenager? Some teams do it, and sometimes it does work. But he's competing with so many players, and if he doesn't get the added game time, he will struggle to develop even further. He won't be able to smell the pitch. You know, having to train all the time, that's one thing, but having to smell the pitch is another thing. So him going to Cape Town Spurs, I was not necessarily against it because I understand he has to keep playing because he's already proved he's better than that. And he's better than the Diski Challenge. Now he's moving to the Motsepe Foundation Championship. And you would argue that that's a harder competition than the Diski Challenge. And he's going to a club as well that is very good with youth players. So for me, it's a win-win of a situation for Orlando Pirates and as well as for Radiopane. He gets the game time, and then when he comes back to Orlando Pirates after his loan, hopefully he does return a better player, and the fact that he would have scored goals at Cape Town Spurs. With everything that I did say though, let's look at Stellenbosch because they've released players too. And let's look at the list. Grunwald Scott, Nathan Sinkala, Mtetwa, Dimba, Johannes, Mark Van Heerden, and as well as Wasim Isaacs. Now, I've put the ages there for a reason. I put the ages there because I think the story tells itself. I think Stellenbosch is basically saying that they're going to be giving a lot of their Diski Challenge players time. They're going to be giving a lot of the Diski Challenge players minutes on the pitch, and that is what they're going to go with, especially the likes of Antonio van Wyk as well. And they are getting rid of, you would say, the experienced players. Now, some would say, but Stellenbosch is doing it. Why can't Orlando Pirates do that? Especially considering there's a player who just won Player of the Season in the Diski Challenge. And I'll tell you why Orlando Pirates can't do what Stellenbosch is doing. Because Orlando Pirates are not under the same dynamics as what Stellenbosch is. Orlando Pirates is expected to win every single time. They're expected to win leagues all the time. They're expected to win cups all the time. And it's not to say Stellenbosch does not have that expectation, but it's not the same. Stellenbosch can take time to develop players, whereas Orlando Pirates sometimes need ready-made players. Or even though if you're going to have someone that you're going to develop, you have to at least make sure that every single other area is developed fully. So they can't take the risk in the fact that what if Boitumelo Radiopane comes into the squad and what if he doesn't score goals? Then what happens then? Where do they look to next? So the fact that he's going out on loan is something that I totally understand. And as for Stellenbosch, it just goes to show that they're going to be reaping future stars, and I can't wait to see the type of players that they bring up next. It's that time again. It's that time for Bet of the Week. Now, Bet of the Week is a time where I give you my bet slip and hoping that it lights in green and hoping that I can make some money. And I got to tell you this. Did you guys see my bet last week? It won. Yes, it won. Zamalek pulled through, and as well as the England women's national team pulled through. That bet was so nice that I placed it twice. Yeah, as you can see on screen, 2 bet slips. I did place 2 bet slips because I just felt a little bit confident about it. And I just thought, yeah, this is it. But now for this week, I've decided to go a little bit more riskier. Sometimes high risk can give you high rewards. Now, I've picked 4 games, and in all 4 of these games, I'm basically saying there will be more than 2 goals in these games. So there will be 3 or more goals within these games, all of them. It's the women's, yes. The women's England national team going up against Austria, Norway going up against Northern Ireland, Spain going up against Finland, and Germany going up against Denmark. All those games over 2.5. And my odds are sitting at 3.51. That's 3 times. Times the money by 3. That's going to come back if I do win this bet. So that's the bet I'm going to be placing. What bet are you going to be placing? Don't forget to place your bets right here at betway.co.za. It's the end of the show now. It just goes so quickly. It always goes so quickly. But gotta always leave you without one thing. The AFCON Women's has started and COSAFA's about to start. So both our men's and women's national teams are going to be in action. Just want to take this time to wish you both the best of luck. Take it seriously because this will reward you in future. And for you that's watching, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified for future episodes.